Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Roll, a D&D podcast hosted by me, Rasputin, where I run a one-on-one adventure in the land of Cortia, a homebrew setting I've been using for the past, I've lost track of how many years. I am joined with a very special guest today, popular YouTuber, Iron Pineapple. Pine, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So the question I always ask the guest is, D&D. Have you played it before?
I have played it before, but it has been a while and not super familiar with like having all the rules memorized and everything. But yeah, I've listened to like a couple podcasts, so I feel like I'm familiar enough with how it works.
What do you remember, like the character you played? Tell me every detail about them.
Right. Last time I played it, I think I was like a wizard. I was like an elf wizard or something. I was like a gnome wizard. We didn't actually get too far in, admittedly.
That's how it goes.
I don't know. I like the idea of just having like a very like elaborate character that was like a little trickster wizard.
Mm-hmm. And I assume with that group, it was a group and not a one-on-one game.
Yeah, it was a group.
Well, not that you have a ton to roll off of, but yeah, the one-on-one experience is definitely a little quicker, and puts a lot more on you, the player. So
yeah, I'm ready.
That'll be good. You will be playing the character of Theo, who will get more into. Does Theo have a last name? You gave me his parents' names, both of which had different last names. What's Theo go by, or is it just Theo? Like, fuck my parents. Who cares?
I mean, I was just going by his first name, but like maybe he has like a very like over the top like wizard sounding name that he gave himself.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like maybe like Theo Thunderborn.
Okay. But he's like still workshopping it a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of changes it when he feels like it.
Yeah, making sure it fits. Okay. Cool. Well, let's just jump into this episode of Once Upon a Roll. The kingdom of Cortia has thrived for over 1,000 years. In that time, it has endured war against powerful enemies, outlasted deadly feuds between its lords, and fought against evil both of this plane and others. However, during the most recent Festival of the Autumn Sun, the sage's ritual revealed a nearly forgotten omen, the sign of Black Sun, a symbol only seen once before, and it almost led to the destruction of Cortia. Panicked, the common folk in the capital city rioted, and when the dust settled, the king was dead, and his 2 children had disappeared in the night. The lord of the city of Edgewood, Tom Dunn, restored peace to the capital, and with no heirs of the king anywhere to be seen, he decided to sit the throne and take the position of Lord Regent. But this story takes place a month after the Festival of the Autumn Sun, and 100 miles southwest of the capital, just off of the coast of the seaside city of Endon, on a connected set of islands colloquially known as University's Rest. Balthian University, founded by the legendary arcanist Balthian the Blue, is one of the premier arcane universities in Cortia. Technically, it's its own sovereign state, not under the control of any of the lords or king, but due to its proximity to Endon, most consider it one in the same. The school is built upon 3 islands that are connected at various points with bridges both made of stone and arcana. One island is primarily filled with dormitories for the students, one houses the mess hall and training grounds, and the largest holds Balthian Castle, an ancient building said to be as old as the university itself, where most of the classes are taught. Currently, you are sitting in the mess hall, at a table alone, shuffling a deck of cards, mindlessly as you look around the hall. You've been a student here for a few months and largely have stayed to yourself in hopes of creating a little mystery to your name. The less people know about you, the less likely it is for them to learn your secret. You possess no magical ability. Which puts you in a bit of a bind, because tomorrow afternoon is the final for Practical Applications of Magics, a test where you and another student pair up to compete against the rest of your classmates. The details of what the test will include were pretty vague, as Professor Turley didn't want you to be able to prepare too much. So as you look down at your deck of cards, thinking about a few ways this exam could go wrong, you hear the familiar voice of Darcin Woodlock. She's a young human woman with brown hair that owes you've always seen it to look in a bit of a mess. Her and her sister Arsema grew up near you, were raised in a estate near the one you grew up on, and there's always been kind of a fair bit of resentment between your families. Her parents were well-to-do wizards, but they never quite got the respect that your family did. And she has always kind of resented you for it. So since you've gotten to the university, it's been a lot of, you more than once have heard her scoff as you walk by.
Okay.
It's almost a daily occurrence. So, are you ready for me and Arsema to wipe the floor with you tomorrow?
In response to her question, I want to just do a really flashy card shuffle.
Okay, do a sleight of hand check.
Okay. I got an 11 plus 9.
So a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want this trick to look like?
Those shuffles where their hands are pretty far apart, and it's like a really big kind of like waterfall, where it's they're shooting toward each other, kind of. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but really extreme.
Yeah, all the cards are spinning at the same time as they're kind of waterfalling across.
Yeah, it's very. I want it to be very impressive looking. But it is just a card trick.
With a 20, it very much is. The waterfall looks immaculate. The cards spin in a hypnotizing motion as they go from one side to the other. Darson tries to hide the kind of shock and, being impressed with you as best she can. But yeah, you can see it a bit in her eyes that she's like, damn it, he's good.
Yeah, I'm just I'm maintaining eye contact and just smirking a little bit and not saying anything. Kind of keeping up my air of mystery.
Yeah. Behind Darson stands her sister, Arsema. You know them to be twins. She's also a young human woman, but blonde hair that's in a tight bun. You and her, when you were younger, were kind of friends, but because your families didn't really like each other, they discouraged it. So you're never really super close, but she used to be nice to you and then just stopped talking to you altogether. But Darson kind of keeps looking at you and gives a big scoff. And assuming you continue to not say anything, she seems like she's getting ready to turn and walk away.
Should I say something?
It's your call, whatever you want.
I feel like I need to I feel like I'm about to get some exposition or something if I if I don't say something. I think the better question, Darson, is if you're ready for tomorrow, because I think I am. And I want to do another magic trick.
Okay.
As I say that, I want to shoot out of the deck the Ace of Hearts, and I want while I'm shuffling, I want it to land. I want to shoot it toward her, so she can catch it or hit her or something. I don't know.
Yeah, roll another sleight of hand check.
Okay, that was a 5, so I got a 5 plus 9, 14.
Yeah, it's not bad per se. It's not your best work. The card kind of comes out a little slower than you had hoped, and she grabs it from the air and tears it in half and throws it on the ground. You know I'm ready.
Okay, okay, well, I'm gonna need another card, I guess, but all right. Thanks for that.
She gives you a long look, scoffs, and turns away and kind of storms off. Her sister Arsema stands there for a moment. She looks at the card on the ground, gives a little shrug, reaches down to touch the card, and seems to cast a little spell. And you see the card kind of repair itself into a full Ace of Hearts. Seems she used some sort of mending trick on it. You kind of put that away and be like, okay, wizards can mend too.
I was like, oh, hey, I was actually going to do that myself. I was about to, but I appreciate it,
Roll a deception check.
Oh, God. Oh, no, I got a 2. I have plus 10, but I did roll
okay.
2.
So that's a 12. All right. She kind of gives you a little smile and hands you the card, and then turns and walks away.
Did she buy it at all? That I knew I could do that.
You didn't get a sense really one way or another with that. I guess you could roll an insight on her to see how she reacted.
Okay. I got 19.
She didn't seem to think much of it.
Okay. I guess she must like me.
Or she rolled a 3.
Oh.
On her insight. One of the two. I mean, you might not be wrong.
Okay.
As she walks away and you kind of mull over Darson's words, you do think about the problem that there is this big final tomorrow, and you still do not have a partner.
Uh-oh, just as bad.
You know most of the people are paired up already, but there are a few students who you know haven't been.
Okay.
So I guess for the camera shot of this, as you watch Darson walk away, and you're kind of like, oh, shit, gotta figure this out. You take a scan of the mess hall and look over a few students. The first one who your eyes drop on is Alan Brisbit, one of the few students at the university who got in fully based on his own merits rather than familial ties, which is 100% why you're there. It is familial ties. It's, nepotism. It is what it is. He is a halfling. He's a bit too skinny. You get the sense that he'd be handsome if he shaved off his patchy and unkempt beard, but he doesn't seem to care much.
Okay.
Due to him not growing up with wealth, he's been a bit of an outsider here, and people kind of resent his talent and abilities because of that. You see him like sitting on 2 books to like get up to comfortable table height as he eats his porridge. You continue to look around the room, and you see the hulking figure of Barty Poss. From what you've seen, he might be the only one in the school who knows less about magic than you. He's half human, half Goliath, and a whole lot of dumb. But the few interactions you've had with him, he's been really nice. He is the himbo of Balthian University. While he doesn't have a good knowledge of magic, he does seem to be one of the most magical folks at the school. It's just that he doesn't do well with controlling it. You've witnessed a bunch of random bursts of magic from him, ranging from shooting massive fireballs to turning half your class into goats for the better part of an hour.
Okay.
So very, very magical, but not very intelligent with it. And the third person who doesn't have a partner is Tycinia Melitha, who is one of the few people that keeps to themselves at the university as much as you do. She hasn't raised her hand once all year. But you've seen she does decently well on her written tests. You've even cheated off her work once or twice. As the observer you have noticed her reading tends to get to the edgy side, very on the macabre, often reading books about necromancy, or at least the few books about necromancy that the library is willing to hold. You kind of look over those 3 of different abilities and skill sets. Yeah, if you have any questions about any of those 3 who you might want to pair up with, feel free to ask.
Do I know nothing about the final exam?
Yeah, it's a practical exam.
Okay.
In some capacity. You could try to figure out some more about it. That would probably involve finding a way to break into your Professor Turley's office, which you could do.
Here's my thought process on choosing these people is I'm worried about not only passing the exam, but also not having to raise too many red flags with my partner themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm a little concerned about Alan, for example, because I feel like he might be able to spot bullshit the easiest.
You've in general found ways to trick professors by keeping distance. With this, you get the sense that you would be working very close with whoever you're partnered with. So yeah, certainly because of that proximity of how you're working, due to Alan's, between looking at the extremes of Alan and Barty, Barty will have no fucking clue. He would not be likely to pick up on it. But yeah, you certainly, I think your concern of Alan being able to pick up that you don't actually know any magic is a very fair one.
So the second one was Barty. How big is that exactly?
Probably edging over just a little over 7 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of leaning toward himbo.
Okay.
Himbo partner Barty, because I feel like I wouldn't have to worry as much about fooling him. I don't know. I feel like I've made it this far by myself. So what if my partner's not the best? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm self-sufficient. Maybe you can help, maybe you can't. I'm confident in my abilities to just kind of react on the fly and deceive people.
Just bullshit. Yeah.
And I don't need extra eyes on me to spot that. So I kind of like having I feel like Barty is kind of like I'm leaning toward asking him maybe.
Okay.
But maybe I should break into this office first to find out anything else about the exam. I'm gonna head over and just like knock on his door.
Yeah, you knock on the door and you hear a voice, 1 minute, 1 minute. And the door opens and you see a middle-aged man. He looks like most of his wizarding has been done in the confines of the university, which is to say, like, no scars. A very intellectual type.
Mm-hmm.
Of the professors, you found him to be fine. Not necessarily your favorite teacher there, but certainly fine. And he looked, Theo, what do you need?
Professor, I was hoping to ask a couple questions about some of the material we went over, and maybe even the exam itself. If you have a few minutes to spare, I've been preparing a lot and just kind of, I just want to check in because I'm kind of nervous. Do you have any time to spare?
He kind of like turns his head toward the window, looks at the sun. It's like, I have a little bit till next bell will go off, and I have to get to my next lecture. But yeah, take a seat.
All right, I sit down.
He sits down across from you. His papers are like shuffling themselves. He's not touching them at all, but they seem to be some sort of spell like shuffling. You see a pen moving. It seems to be grading some sort of written exam.
Do I have any idea of where this information might be in his office, or do I have like no clue?
Why don't you do a perception check?
I got an 8 plus 3, 11.
You kind of look around. You take a quick glance at the papers like on his desk. And, none of them look to have anything there. It all seems to be just essays, written about practical application of magic. You glance, you see a bunch of bookshelves, that are just stacked with books. You think maybe there could be something in there, but most of them seem to be tomes about magic in itself. Especially with an 11, you don't have like an exact sense of where it'd be. The places it feasibly could be are either somewhere in his desk or like there's a drawer kind of behind him where it could also be.
Yeah, I don't know if this is happening. I can't think of a way to like get this while he's in here. Before I leave, I just want to ask like a quick question. Be like, Professor, the other day, I believe you said something about combining fireballs with poison clouds. Can you remind me what that does?
Oh, yes. The best way to disperse of a poison cloud is by throwing a fireball at it. Sometimes it will cause a small explosion. And he kind of goes on for 20 odd minutes. Even though the question was answered probably in the first sentence, he breaks down how the combustion happens, the ingredients needed to make a poison cloud, and also the fireball, the exact verbal words that need to be said. Mm-hmm. And you do your best to, pay attention or at least feign paying attention.
Yeah, no, I want to like pay really close attention, or I want to give the appearance of like I'm a very diligent student and like I care so much.
Okay. I think because it's not really deception so much. I mean, because you're probably do performance. We'll go performance because you're trying to play up, right? That you're
okay
listening. So you're kind of acting a bit.
I got 7 plus 7, so 14.
Okay, 14. Yeah, you do a good enough job. It doesn't seem like he is paying that close of attention to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's the type of guy he is. But I guess what you would know is he's not a total idiot. And when students are clearly not listening, he'll call them out. And he doesn't at any point call you out.
Okay.
So you do a good enough job for
I
that,
take notes or whatever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I thank him for his time and I head out.
Are you going to be waiting by his office just for him to leave and then go? Because he had said he'd be kind of close to teaching a lesson. Or are you going to wait for night to fall to have a little, cover from that?
Wait, what was the himbo's name again? Barty. So I'm pretty sure I want to ask him my partner, but like, do I have any sense of like, would he be down with this kind of behavior, or do I not know? I have no idea.
Roll like a history check. This is going to be a weird one, but roll a history check. Just thinking back of like every interaction you've had with Barty and everything, you've seen about him, kind of trying to weigh like, would he be cool with this?
I got a 1. 2 minus 1.
You know, listen, the only reason you've noticed Barty in the past is because he's fucking huge.
Right.
Of all the people at the university, he's one you probably have paid attention to the least, because he seems like the person you would need to worry about finding out anything about you the least. And he also seems like the person you could learn the least from. So you don't know shit about Barty.
Okay, in that case, I think I'm gonna try to get this information on my own. I was trying to see if he would want to help me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait. He said he's heading out soon. I'm just gonna kind of like slink around nearby and kind of like watch for him to leave.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check.
Oh god. Got a 4 plus 3, a 7.
7.
Oh no.
Yeah, you kind of hang around. I imagine you're like pretending to work on something as you wait like around the corner, and you're probably making one too many glances at the door.
Right. Yeah, I'm like reading a newspaper.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have this big piece of parchment. It seems a little old. It's like, King dead, his children gone, you know? And yeah, what I'll say is you get the sense that like people see you there. You're not overly suspicious, but it's not as if people aren't noticing you. As the professor walks out, he kind of walks by you, gives you a nod, and like continues along. So he acknowledges that you're there too.
I'm gonna wait for him to walk away. Then I'm just gonna kind of like announce loudly, "Oh, I forgot my notebook in the professor's office." And I'm just gonna walk in.
It is locked.
Oh, fuck.
As you try to open the door is locked.
Okay. I'm actually gonna wave down the janitor and ask him to unlock it for me, because I forgot my notebook inside. And I really need it for the test tomorrow.
Would there be a janitor in a wizard university?
Is there maybe an equivalent? I don't know.
Yeah. You head down to the first floor, which is the janitor's room. The janitor is named Danced. Dance the janitor. A janitor at a wizard university is a different job than most, because it's less about actually doing the work and more about enchanting brooms and buckets and things like that to do the work for them. So it's more of an administrator role than anything else. But yeah, you go down, knock on Dance's door, and you enter, and he looks up. What can I do for you?
I want to come in like sobbing.
Okay. So do you like stand in front of the door and just like start breathing really heavy?
Yeah.
Think of the saddest book you've ever read.
Yeah, I want to like come in looking real sad. Like my eyes are all red, and like I'm still kind of crying, but it's clear like I was like crying really hard like a minute ago.
Got it.
I've like composed myself.
Roll a deception check.
I got a 3. Well, plus 10.
Plus 10? Okay.
Let it fail. It's okay.
Well, I mean, 13 is not even that bad, is the thing. But
is it not?
13 is not terrible. No, it's not a resounding sort of success in this case. It's also usually going to be against the insight. So certainly you could succeed because it's kind of his challenging insight against it, you know?
Okay.
I mean, technically with the deception, you could be successful on a 4 as long as they roll a 3. Is how that typically works. Just because you would have probably an understanding or a possible understanding of the people at the school, you can roll we'll keep going with history checks to see how much you know about Danced.
I got a 19 minus 1, 18.
Yeah, so Danced is a pretty nice person at the university. He wanted to be a professor for the longest time, but just like is not good at lecturing. It seems like anytime he gets in front of more than 3 people, his voice just starts like cracking all the time and can't do it. So he was never able to get a professorship, but the university certainly saw his value. Yeah, and wanted to keep him around. So it seems like most people generally like him, but the amount of times you've seen him like with anyone else or with more than one person is very limited. He seems to have fair bit of social anxiety. So yeah, you think of your old pets and all those things, and come in crying. What do you say?
Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you, but I don't know who else to ask. I'm at a loss here. I think the professor has gone for the day, and I left my notebook inside his office, and if I don't get that notebook, I feel like I'm gonna fail the exam. Is there any way you can unlock the door for me? I'd do anything, please.
He kind of gives you a look. Yeah, I can get you in the door there. He pulls out a handkerchief and hands it to you. It seems a little dirty.
Nice. I brush the sign, so I'm fine, and I pull out a big, like, long, like, tied handkerchiefs out of my sleeve. Use that instead.
Got it. He puts his away. Which professor was it?
Which professor was it?
Turley, Professor Turley. I was just testing your knowledge, Pine.
I'm sorry, Professor Turley.
No, you're good. Yeah, okay. He kind of goes into his desk and pulls out what looks like a key ring, but there are no keys on it. So it's really just a like circle of metal. And he pulls that out.
Why are there no keys on it? Are they like invisible?
Magic.
Okay.
You do hear a little bit of clinking on them, so you would assume that there must be something there.
Hey, I feel really bad bothering you this time of day. I don't want to like make you walk all the way over there to do this. If you want, I just take the key, go get my notebook, and be just right back. If that would be more convenient for you. I really appreciate you helping with this.
You could make another deception check.
Okay. It's a 22.
He kind of gives you a look. You see like there's a mop like in the back of his room that's just like kind of banging against the wall. It seems like whatever spell programming is off. He's like, 5 minutes, you bring the keys right back, okay?
I'll be right back. Thank you so much, Danced
before handing you the keys, like starts moving his hands through them as if he's holding something, and then he holds it up, and you see like the circle kind of just floating, which you assume it must be because it's attached to an invisible key. He hands it over to you, like trying to get you to grab the exact spot his fingers are on so that you're on the right key.
Okay, I grab it.
Yeah, he goes to the back of his office and starts like muttering something under his breath and putting his hands by the mop that just keeps bumping into the wall.
Okay. I thank him again and leave.
So you just then bust ass upstairs?
Yep, I do that, and I once again announce that, I forgot my notebook, and I unlock the door and open it.
Yeah, you unlock the door, open it. Do you leave it open behind you, or?
No, I close it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you kind of quick look around. You see the desk and the cabinet. What do you want to go for?
I go straight for his desk, and I just open it.
Yeah, you find like the first two open. There just seems to be some papers. The third is locked.
Is there anything in the first two that could be deemed useful?
Would you like to investigate those like further?
Sure.
Okay. Roll investigation.
10.
Doesn't seem to be anything useful.
Okay. What are the odds that it would be the same key for the door and the drawer? Is there a chance?
You can always try.
I'm going to try.
So you take the key, put it in what you think, is hopefully the right way, and turn it, and click, it opens.
Wow, that's really bad security. Cool. I open it and I see everything useful inside.
Yeah, you see like just a bunch of different folders, mostly stuff saying like, midterms, fall semester, all these different things. You just want to kind of fly through those and look for what you assume would be the final.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have you do investigation for this.
Okay. I got a 17.
Yeah, you just kind of flick through really quickly and find, what looks to be a file that reads final for summer semester.
Oh, like this is like the actual final.
I mean, it seems like notes for the final, yeah.
Okay. Can I glean anything from them?
Yeah, how long do you want to be there trying to read stuff? Are you just taking quick glances, or are you...
Do I get the feeling that if I took this with me, the professor would notice?
There would certainly be a risk involved with that, yes.
Okay. I'm not going to spend too much time here. I just kind of want to like flip through it and see if I can get like the general gist of maybe like what I'll need to do, or I'm not going to spend too much time looking through it because I don't want to get caught.
I'd say this could be a good time for your like eye for detail skill, which is one of your rogue things. For the sort of things you'd be kind of trying to quickly look at.
Okay. I'm using my eye for detail to...
Hell yeah.
Looking for some hidden meaning in the notes.
Yeah. Make another investigation check.
Ooh, I got a 17 minus 1, 16.
Yeah, so you kind of leaf through them. It doesn't seem to be fully written out plans. There is a lot of like shorthand that you don't fully know Turley is looking for. On the first page, you see like a drawing of an orb, and it says, "Get the orb to the pedestal," and there's like a kind of a pedestal drawn. You flip through to the next page, and you see like written like, all right, three rooms, and you see first room is finding the key. You see like kind of a little drawing of 10 keys floating in the air, and then a locked door. You flip to the next page, you see a second room, and there's a drawing of what looks to be some sort of like stone guardian. And on it, it says, "Guardian will absorb whatever magic it's attacked with, causing it to be resistant to that magic from then on."
Okay.
And then you see third room is just like there's a vial, a blue vial with some sort of a liquid in it, and it says, "This test will decide which of the partners moves forward to the final room." In the final room, you see is a pyramid that seems to go up a long way, and at the top is the pedestal.
I think to myself, too easy. And then I put the notes away and lock the drawer again.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm about to leave, but I just want to peek inside his cabinet, just cause. Is there anything in there?
The cabinet is locked.
I use the same key again.
This key does not seem to work on the cabinet.
Okay.
You do have lockpick, so you can.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I've never been in the office this long before. I just want to lockpick it just cause.
So for that, I think you are proficient in lockpicking. Roll a d20 and then add your dexterity, and then your proficiency. So roll a dexterity check and then add 6.
Okay, I got 13 plus 6, 19.
The pick bends, it does not unlock.
Damn.
It doesn't break though.
Okay, I say I didn't really care actually anyway. And I leave.
Okay.
And I lock the door behind me. Before I head back to return the key to the janitor, I take out a sheet of paper. And I just want to trace the key, because it's invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to trace the key on a sheet of paper.
Okay.
Just so I can have it.
Yeah, so you I assume do that in the room, the old shade
I do
thing.
it privately.
And it seems like you get the general shape of it, and especially, the part that matters at the end. Yeah, seems like you get a good approximation of it.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just want this on hand.
Yeah, if you find the right locksmith, maybe you could get something going.
Listen, the professor has proven himself to use the same key for more than one thing,
Mm-hmm.
So why not? Anyway, yeah, and I do that, and I head back to the janitor's room. I hold up my notebook in the doorway, and I give him a nod, and I toss him the key ring, but in a really cool way. I throw it under my leg.
Bro, I'm gonna make you roll for shit like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Roll just a dexterity check.
Oh yeah, I got 18 plus 3, 21.
Okay, it looks pretty rad. Dance doesn't seem to care, but
that's fine.
You do it,
It's
and
for
you
me.
feel kind of cool doing it.
It's not for him.
He catches them without even really looking over. He's like, "Good luck on your final tomorrow."
I say you too.
He as you turn, I assume, to leave, he kind of turns his head to like, "What?"
And I just leave.
The classic, I'm at a movie theater, enjoy the movie.
Yeah, right after that cool move I just pulled off too.
Yeah. Okay. So with your newfound kind of knowledge of what the test may entail, what do you do?
What time is it?
I'd say at this point, it's late afternoon.
Okay. Do I have any idea where Barty would be? Is Barty?
Yeah, I mean, you had seen him at the mess hall. You'd assume he's probably done eating at this point, so either at the training ground or in the dormitories would be a good places to guess.
Okay. Is he like a jock? Is he like a jock kind of guy?
Yeah.
Does this school have any sports teams?
No, it's all chess clubs. It's chess clubs all the way down, you know?
Okay. So he's not actually like a member of any sports teams then? Or like anything like that?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna head to the mess hall, I guess, and just see if he's there. And if he's not, I guess I'll look somewhere else.
Yeah, as you head to the mess hall, which is on the same island as the training grounds, you walk over a stone bridge that seems like impossibly thin to actually like work if it wasn't for the magic supporting it. You cross over and you're about to head into the mess hall, and you see kind of on the training grounds, there's a hulking figure holding two kind of test dummies on his shoulder, walking along, slams one to the ground, slams the other. It seems to be Barty as he like starts stepping away to do some sort of thing to the dummies.
Yeah, I walk over. I'll be like, "Yo, Barty, how's it going, man?"
He looks up. "Hey, Theo, how you doing?"
"I'm doing good, Barty. You know, we should hang out more. You know, me and you. I feel like we're different than the rest of the people here. Like we should play like no one here's into like football, whatever the fantasy equivalent is.
Jousting.
No one's into jousting here. It's only chess club, and like I don't know. It just like bums me out. You know, like you can have both. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah. Oh,
we should joust
sometime. Wait, do they let horses on the island or? I haven't seen any, but I'd love to joust.
We don't need horses.
We could just run at it.
Yeah, we just run at each other.
Me and my brothers used to run at each other a lot with sticks and just, whack each other. It's great.
Yeah, and maybe if there's another 7 foot tall person here, like I could just ride you on your shoulders, and we could do that. You could be my horse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, yeah, I guess.
But anyway, enough about jousting. You don't have a partner yet for the final, do you?
Nah. I asked Alan, but he was like, no.
A classic Alan.
Yeah.
That guy. But guess what? I actually don't have a partner either. And like, I really, I feel like me and you we get it, and I don't know. I feel like we could nail this thing. And, do you want to work with me?
Roll a persuasion check.
20. Natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll tell you what, though. That was mostly for show. Even if you had rolled a 1, he would have said, hell yeah, dude. That sounds awesome. I've been looking for a partner. Asked Alan. He said no. And then, Tycinia is kind of creepy. And then I asked like 5 people who already had partners. Don't know if they did, but, I'm glad to hear that you want to work with me. I've been working on my magic quite a lot. And yeah.
And I nod to the dummies like, I can tell.
Yeah. Hey, watch this. He takes a step back and seems to try to cast a spell. Give me 1 second.
I take several steps back as well.
Good call. Seems to try to be shooting some sort of firebolt. Okay. And then is there a wild magic surge? No. He points his hand, aiming at one of the dummies. A fireball comes out. This is one of the first times that this is probably the most controlled you've ever seen his magic to start. Yeah, usually there seems to be some sort of wild malfunction. The fireball does shoot, or the firebolt does shoot far left. Misses the dummy entirely, and hits a bush, which does start on fire.
I say, wow, that was awesome, man. That's a good fireball.
Yeah, just working on it a bit, but it'll be great tomorrow. No, you still want to be partners, right?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I feel like I said, I feel like we get it. Are we gonna like put out that fire? By the way, like that feels like it's spreading.
As you look over, as you say that, you see some sort of ice kind of shoot over it, dousing the flame and freezing the bush. And the source of that is none other than Darison, Woodlock, who looks over. Ah, looks like the two biggest idiots at the school are going to be pairing together.
Should I just like throw, like, do I like dislike Alan now? I feel like I've kind of established that.
That you dislike Alan?
I don't know. I just want to like make a comeback, be like, oh, I didn't realize you and Alan were partnering up.
I mean, I think what you would know is Darson probably has as much disdain for, like, way more disdain for Alan than you. So maybe I guess that'd be a good insult.
Sure, let's go for it.
She does look at you a bit confused. Arsima, who's right behind her and actually going to be Darson's partner, does give a little smile. You notice that you didn't insult her.
Yeah.
Darson, like, shakes off your insult, gives a look, and is like, well, at least I have nothing to worry about tomorrow. Arsima, let's go. And she, turns and takes her leave.
I wink at her.
It is ignored.
Okay. I nudge Barty and be like, don't worry about them. We got this.
Yeah, no, I know. He kind of scratches the back of his head. Very uncertain.
I say, no, trust me. We got this. And I pull out a coin and like I flip it and I put it on my hand. I'd be like, without looking at it, I say heads.
Okay, question. Is this a trick and you know it's going to be heads?
Oh, no, I'm totally just guessing.
It's just totally guessing. All right, you'll roll a d20. Odds will be tails. Evens will be heads.
It's even.
All right, it is heads.
Okay.
All right, so now you can roll a persuasion check at advantage. As you kind of lift your hand, he sees its heads, and now I'll let you make a persuasion check at advantage. So you get to roll it twice.
So I got 2 the first time. Let's try that again. Oh, no, I got a 1.
So 10 plus 2, right? Or 7. How much is your persuasion?
So my persuasion said the first roll was a 2, and the second roll was a 1.
Okay. So that's a 9 for persuasion total?
Yep.
Okay.
And I say to him, be like, don't worry, I got this magic coin.
He doesn't seem all that convinced. He was impressed by you calling it. He's like, well, yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Honestly, as long as we pass, right? We don't even need to be the best.
Yeah, and then I reach behind his ear and pull out a second coin. And I'd be like, 2 magic coins, actually.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
24.
An immaculate trick here of just... and yeah, you pull it out from behind his ears. Like, oh!
And
cool.
I'd be like, trust me, we got this. Like, I've been preparing.
He takes the coin. He does seem a little eased by this trick. Not necessarily in that he's more convinced by you, but mostly just as like, oh, cool magic trick, like distracted is probably the better thing. He's distracted from feeling, inferior, and is just like, oh, shiny new coin, shiny coin from behind my ear.
That works.
Shit like that.
Do you have any suggestions for anything else I should do before, like, resting up for the night?
Probably a good time to do that. I don't know a ton of other things that probably... other things you could do, probably get into things that I don't know that Theo would want to do, like breaking Darson's kneecap, like, messing with the other people, which I feel like is probably not exactly.
Oh, wait. Okay, so just clarify. Am I like competing against the other students?
It seems like all the students are competing to see who will be the first to finish.
Oh, and there's only one group that finishes on first.
I mean, it seems like probably the order in which you finish will determine your grade. I guess that is what you would have seen in the notes that you looked over quickly, is that the order of finishing will determine your grade. Doing well, being first, will come with various rewards, both academic and it seemed like some other things too, in terms of like cool things that you may get for being first to finish. And it seems like those who finish in the bottom will fail.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I don't really have to play dirty or anything. That being said, is there any way I could tie Darson's shoes together? Like
the morning of,
yeah,
or just
or the night before, either or.
The night before would involve breaking into her dormitory room.
Is this worth it? Okay, you know, if I won't break in. I think it's probably not worth breaking into her dorm. Just to tie her shoes together. Probably not worth it. So yeah, you know what? I'll keep the idea to myself for now. I say to Barty, you know what, Barty? I think we should, you know, go to bed early, rest up, make sure we're, you know, 100% for tomorrow, and you know, I'll meet you at the, you know, in the castle.
Yeah, sounds good. He gives you a pat on the back that is entirely too hard. Not enough for you to like fall over, but enough where it hurts still 5 minutes later.
Okay.
And you head to your dormitory.
Before going to bed, I just kind of like make sure all my coins and cards and stuff are together.
Yeah.
Put my handkerchief, tuck that back into my sleeve properly. And yeah, I go to bed.
Yeah, you have a restful night's sleep and wake up in the morning ready to head to Balthian Castle to begin your examination.
All right, I head over.
You head in. It seems like other students in the class, you know, are walking the same path. You see Darson and Arsima walk by. Darson's not really hitting you with insults or scoffs. She seems pretty in her head about like, okay, gotta do well. Too much so to really focus on shitting on you in this moment. And yeah, as you head, Barty comes over. He's looking pretty nervous, which seems, from the little you do know about him, seems, you know, normally he's a happy-go-lucky enough guy, but he does seem a little bit nervous as you're walking along.
Okay. Wait, where's Darson?
Darson's, you know, probably just like 20 feet to your any direction.
Like, is she walking, or is she like staying still, or?
I'd say at this point she's walking, but as you continue along, you would kind of get to the doorway of the exam chamber, which would be closed. So there would be like a little bit of loitering outside of that.
What am I trying to do here? Should I just go to the exam room? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go in. I'll be like, you know, I'll be like, yeah, hey Barty, don't. Hey, I see Barty's looking a little nervous. Like, hey man, like, trust me, I really think we got this. And I give him a pat on the back, like trying to do as hard as he did to me last night. You know, because I feel like he wouldn't mind.
Yeah. I'll let you do one more persuasion check to try to help him, but because you've kind of had some low ones before, this will actually be okay. I was gonna say this one's at disadvantage. Probably doesn't matter though.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So how does that come across?
You know, he gives, like, he can see you're trying, which he seems to appreciate. You patting him actually like hurts your wrist.
Oh God.
And like you're kind of like, ah, and he seems to like almost feel bad that you just trying to pat him hurts you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh God.
Should I make a roll to see if this hits, does damage?
No. But yeah, ultimately he seems like he's still worrying about it. What I'll tell you mechanically what this means is that, so his class is a wild magic sorcerer, which means that on certain rolls there's a chance of just random magic happening. Him being in this kind of anxious state raises the chances of that happening.
Perfect. This works to my advantage.
Just as planned.
I want to harness that energy.
Like, even when I fail. The doors eventually open to the exam room, and you see like 12 different stations. Each have a pedestal with an orb on them. You see Professor Turley standing in the middle of the room. Each pair, please stand behind one of the orbs.
Oh, so there's 12 groups.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we head over to one of the empty ones.
The two of you head there, and everyone fills in. Of course, obviously, Darson and Arsima are assuming you're in like a semicircle, they're on the other side of it and she's glaring you down. As only this sort of high school, this magical high school, setup could allow for. The professor starts droning on for a little while about, stuff that doesn't seem related to all that much to the test. And then finally, I'd say at the point that you tune in most, he would say, and yes, once you touch the orbs, each of you will be transported to the testing chambers. You must then carry these orbs and take it to a pedestal that will make itself apparent by the end of the test. The top group finishing will be awarded with top marks and also the contents of this box. And he holds up a little locked box and then sets it in front of him. The bottom 3 groups will all be getting failing grades for this exam, so you must pray that your work for the rest of the semester has been good enough to balance that out. You, thinking back to your grades that you've gotten, you've done pretty well. I imagine like when you cheat, you don't do the like get straight A's sort of thing. You imagine if you fail this practical, you will not be passing the class. You'd be pretty on the cusp of it.
Doesn't matter because I'm not going to fail. I think to myself.
Good. The professor says, so you may each put your hands above the orb, and then on the count of 3, you may put your hands on it and touch it. So everyone in the room starts, putting their hands above the orb. You see it with a shaky hand. Barty puts his just giant mitt right above it.
Yeah, I put my hand above too.
Okay.
Just kind of wait.
Professor's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, begin. You put your hand on it at the same time as Barty, whose hand definitely takes up the majority of it. You feel a pull and a spin as the room around you vanishes in a swirl. And then just as quickly as the room disappeared, a new one materializes around you. You find yourself standing in a pretty big room with high walls but no ceiling. The floor is made of grass and the walls made of stone. On the far end of the room is a door with a keyhole in the middle. And floating in the center of the room, about 20 feet in the air, are 10 keys, all in their own style and color. Barty kind of looks around.
How high up are the keys?
20 feet.
20 feet. And they're just kind of like floating there? Like, Are they moving at all?
I mean, very slightly. Like the little kind of hover animation. But they're not like zooming around the room by any means.
Can I like make out the different shapes of the keys at all?
Yeah, you could. I'd say that's kind of your eye for detail. Right? So check to uncover, decipher clues.
3 minus 1, so 2.
You take a look and it's hard. They're a little far away. You kind of have to squint to, try to make out details. And yeah, it's just a little too hard to get anything of value from that. Or at least from this far away.
Damn. All right, Barty. It's going to be tough, but do you think you could throw me? We could grab those keys.
Oh, yeah. What do you think we're supposed to do here? Destroy all the keys?
That's a good guess, but I think probably one of the keys opens the door, is my guess, actually.
Oh, yeah. Of course. How do you know which key?
I have an idea, and I pull out my paper with the key outline on it. This is a wild guess. But, I have a feeling that it might look like this, but, we can't know for sure, so we just have to just go for it, I think.
How do you know what it looks like already? How do you have that drawn already?
One of the other students mentioned that it might look like this, and I don't know. They could have been bullshitting me. I just believe them. It was Alan. Alan just gave this information to me. I don't know. He's a weird.
Roll a deception check.
Okay, 17 plus 9. So.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, if you see that one. I could try to throw you.
I'm pretty light and you're pretty strong. I think we can just do this. I think we got this. You know what? Like, this test's so easy. We don't even you don't even need magic, you know? Like, let's save our energy for later. Let's save our magical energy. I think.
I'd have you roll a persuasion check normally, but Barty, Barty's like, oh yeah. You kind of see him being a little nervous too, so you can tell he doesn't really want to use magic in case something bad happens. So yeah, the DC for this that you would need to roll above is literally a 1, which is impossible for you to roll below. So he's like, yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, okay. And yeah, he'll try to lift you and throw you high enough. I mean, he's like a little over 7 feet. How tall is Theo? Half elves, I think, are a little shorter than humans normally.
Okay. So
you'd like, probably be in like the short king range, like 5'6".
Yeah, I'm thinking like 5'4".
Okay. So that gives you 12 of the feet.
Okay. Also, like I want to position it so like we're like underneath the keys. And he's gonna like throw me like straight up. That's how I'm imagining it.
Yeah. And are you going to try to identify one that looks close to the key that you see, or are you just grabbing as many as you can? Or
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him throw me up once, and on that first like toss, I'm just gonna kind of like look very closely at all the keys. Like, I don't know if I can pull that off. But I'm like, my first throw, like I'm gonna be up close to them, and I'm just gonna kind of like scan them all.
First, I'm gonna have him do a strength check to throw you up.
I mean, I'm guessing I'll do like an acrobatics check maybe.
And I'll have you do an acrobatics check. Yeah. Yeah, he's able to toss you up. And yeah, you roll acrobatics now.
I got a 1.
And what's your bonus?
3.
All right. As you're thrown up, I'll let you make a perception check as you're kind of in the air. You do get high enough.
Okay.
So you can make a perception check in the air to kind of take a quick glance at all the keys.
15 plus 3 is 18.
You feel like you get a pretty good look at them as you hang in the air. None of them seem to look like the key you drew.
Okay. Do I have time to grab any at random while I'm up there?
Certainly not, as you kind of did a bad job as he threw you up and pushed you, and you moved a little backwards. So as soon as you kind of get a look and you almost want to reach out, you realize you're moving away from the keys and starting to fall fast. So
okay, I start screaming, Barty, catch me, I messed up.
Barty, I'll let Barty do a reaction. 18. Okay, fuck. He turns and like, oh, I got you, bud. And he jumps and dives and is able to kind of soften your fall. Before you were going to take 2d6 of damage. Instead, now you take 1d6 of damage.
Okay.
So you take 4 damage.
Okay.
Barty takes the other d6 of damage as you land on him.
Okay.
So he takes 6 damage. But yeah, so instead of you doubling the damage you took, he took some of it off your plate for you.
Okay. Hey, thanks, man. I don't know what happened there. I got distracted. But so bad news, actually. Looks like Alan gave us some bad info. I don't think any of the keys actually matched. So that means we're just gonna have to guess. I don't know how else we can do this. Like, how close together are these keys in the air?
Looking at it, you feel like on one jump, you probably could grab like 3 to 4 of them.
What if Barty threw me more like a football?
Fastball special?
just like the arc of it could like pass through more keys.
Yeah, you get the sense doing that would involve him getting a pretty good strength check, and also you probably getting a good like acrobatics check to like, because I imagine just like the force of him throwing you while you simultaneously jump off of him, to spring forward. Mm-hmm. So you get the sense theoretically you probably could do that if he gets a good strength check and you're able to. Okay, fuck yeah. You set up the angle and you're like, okay. Let's go.
I explain my plan to him and be like, okay, so Barty, we're going to try to grab as many keys as we can with one throw. you know, because I want to be quick with this. And
yeah, of
I think if you
course,
throw me like you're throwing a joust through the air, I like imagine I'm the joust. I think we can do this. I think we can get quite a few.
He looks at you, realizing you know nothing about jousting. He's like, oh, you mean just like kind of putting, you know, forward pressure is what you mean. Got it, yeah. On an angle. Cool, yeah, I can do that.
Yep.
All right, he will make a strength check, and I need you to do an acrobatics check.
Oh my god. I got a 6 total.
6 total? Dude, you're so trash.
I know.
Your rolls are so bad. He got a 20 on his strength.
I hope
though.
I die in this first room. Just falling.
So I'll say you don't get nearly as far as you'd want. You're able to like kind of run into 3 of the keys before you start falling. For the first 3 keys that are going to kind of be easy for you to hit, I just need you to roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Yeah, I got 12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah, easy enough to grab 3. You do feel like you could reach out and maybe grab 1 to 2 more, depending on, you know, how well you do on this next roll. But it also would involve you kind of laying out, and it's probably going to hurt when you hit the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. Roll another. We'll say roll another dexterity check.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, with a 16, you are able to grab 2 more, so you have 5 keys total. You do hit the ground pretty hard, face first.
Okay.
And take 12 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So I'm at 16 wounds. That's almost half my health. It's fine.
Which side did you grab them from? Like when you came in, you were facing one way and saw the 10 keys. From where you teleported, was it coming from the right side or the left side to grab the keys?
Right side.
Okay, cool. So going right to left. Got it.
Yeah. I stand up, give Barty the thumbs up, and hold out the 5 keys I got with like a bunch of dirt on my face. I'm like visibly like really kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I yell over to him like, I'm feeling lucky. And I run over to the door, and I guess I just one by one I start testing out the keys on the door.
So you have 5 of the keys. You're just trying them at random.
Yep.
Roll a d10.
Okay. I got 10.
Yeah, you put in the key, turn it, and you see the key just dissolve into dust. And that dust starts to spread out behind you and starts to like form into some sort of figure.
Oh my god.
And and standing behind you, you see what looks to almost be like a winged creature, almost devil-like. Roll an Arcana check.
I got a 5 plus -1, 4.
Yeah, you little dust devil. You know, who knows?
Yep.
Art the dust devil. Oh gosh. And yeah, it looks like it has the intent to kill.
All right.
I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Or you can keep trying the keys if you want. I mean, you need to roll initiative either way.
14 total.
14. You act first in combat, so it's standing probably about 10 feet away from you. You're by the door. Barty's probably on the other side of it.
So has Barty realized what's happened?
Yeah, he probably is the one that like pointed and was like, "Yo, look out!" And that's when you turned around and saw, you know, fully what it had formed into.
So I'm debating just like shoving the other 4 keys in quickly and just risking it to like if we could just get out before we get into the fight. I mean, we already are in the fight, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea?
It's certainly something you could try.
Okay. I mean, I guess how would that work now that we're in combat? Like, would that be like my action?
It would take your action to try to open it, to use a key. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a second key.
Okay. This time, now that you only have 4 keys, I need you to roll a d8. If you're just picking at random, yeah, roll a d8.
I wish I knew a way to not pick at random, but I feel like I don't.
You would get the sense that the way to not pick at random would be to be a wizard.
Yeah, that's fair. I got an 8. Come on, like I got a 10 and 8. Like, there has to be good rolls, right?
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have much to do with if they're high rolls.
Oh, you'd think it'd work like that.
The key turns into dust, and another little devil thing seems to start to form. It's not fully formed yet, though. You still have your movement and a bonus action if you'd like.
Okay, I can use my bonus action to do a third key?
I would say because turning a key is a pretty small thing, you could use cunning action. Because if you can use cunning action to like run twice as far or to hide behind something, I think you could use it to turn a key.
Okay.
As well.
So yeah,
so I'll allow that.
I'll use my bonus action for a third key.
Okay. Roll a d6 this time.
A 3.
It fades into dust.
Okay.
And you see another little devil being formed.
I shout over to Barty, my bad. The three keys didn't work. We still got 2 left though.
There are still 5 in the air as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Next up is the dust. I guess whatever. It doesn't really matter if you, the player, knows it. The dust method is up. It is going to move towards you and with its long claws take a slash at you. So it is going to roll 14 to hit.
No, 15.
Sweet. So you're able to kind of just dodge to the side of it. Yeah.
And the other 2 don't go because they were still forming, right?
Correct. Yeah, they seem to be forming, so it seems like the next round they will be up.
Okay.
You know, so depending also what they rolled for their initiative, will determine when they act. But yeah, as far as this round, no, they will not be acting.
All right, I shout over to Barty, let it rip, Barty. We're in trouble. We need some good, powerful magic.
He seems nervous, but knows he needs to answer the call. He is going to cast Chromatic Orb. So yeah, he holds out his hand and you see like a green energy ball starting to form in it. And he tosses it out at the dust method that's right in front of you.
So I'm envisioning like 3 of these things like all kind of like right next to each other. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. And which one does he aim at?
He's aiming at the one that attacked you.
Okay.
Yeah, he throws it and it hits. It is not a failure. It doesn't seem like any wild magic is spurning from it. And he does 3d8 of damage.
Nice.
13 damage.
And it kills it.
No.
Okay.
It does seem pretty hurt though.
Okay.
He kind of looks surprised at him being able to successfully pull it off.
Nice one, Barty. I knew you could do it.
Oh yeah. Me too. That's Barty's turn. Next up is technically the dust method, who then fully forms. Doesn't have time to act, but on this round is the round that they form, and they are fully materialized. And then we go to the next one at the top of the order technically. So it's technically the next round, but this one's still forming. The second one forms as well, and now it's up to you.
Okay. Use my action to try a 4th key.
All right, roll the d4.
I got a 1.
It turns to dust, and you see another dust method start to form.
Oh no. All right, you might as well use my bonus action for the 5th key and just pray that we got a 50-50 shot, I guess.
All right, 1 key left. You turn it, and it clicks open. You did, in fact, in your grasp of the right key was on the right half.
Oh, let's go.
So it clicks open, and it seems like the doors are unlocked.
Okay. Are the dust monsters still there?
Yes, they are very much still there.
Okay. Well, can I see into the next room at all? Like, what does it look like?
I mean, you can try to push the door open quickly.
Oh, so it's not open yet. I thought it was open.
So it seems unlocked, but the door did not like swing open or anything. It didn't turn into dust, and you heard like a click, and it seems it seems unlocked.
I yell over to Barty, I got the door. I think we got to make a break for it. We should just leave these dust bunnies behind.
All right, so you are trying to push open the door and run out.
Can I do that?
I'd say with your movement, I'll like to kind of just like run into the door and push through it. That would count as a move, but you probably have like half as much movement.
Okay, yeah, I guess I run to the door.
So you start pushing the door with your shoulder and moving forward. You're able to open it and get like into the next room, not enough to close it. And obviously Barty's not in yet. You moving forward though will provoke an attack of opportunity from the Dust Mephit, who gets to kind of slap at your back as you try to run away.
Okay.
So that's an 11, so that'll miss.
Yep.
It is the Dust Mephit's turn. So you get past, you're on the other side of the door. The Dust Mephit who first attacked you is up. It is going to, again, move towards you and slash you with its claws. It is now in the second room with you.
Oh, God.
Fucking terrible roll. 8.
Yep, miss.
So it'll miss, but it is in the room with you. That is its turn. Yeah, Barty will just start running, I guess.
Yeah, I want him to just make a break for it if he can.
He will have to pass through like by 2 of the fully formed Dust Mephits.
I believe in him.
Which will provoke attack. So the first one, that's a hit. So he gets slashed in the back once, keeps running, and is able to kind of dodge under the other one. And he gets up to you and the Dust Mephit, and it kind of like looks like, what do you want me to do? And you get the sense he's essentially asking, should he attack this guy or just close the door?
Yeah, I tell him, I say the door. Get the door.
You got the himbo holding the door. Shit. Yeah, he starts closing the door. You see the Dust Mephits starting to like run towards it, and as soon as they close, you just hear like scraping against the other end. It doesn't seem like they have the ability to get in at the moment.
Okay.
But you do still have one on this side of the door with you. Yeah.
How is this going to work for me as a rogue? Do I just like make a... I don't think I can really do anything special here. Do I just make an attack? Like with my dagger or my quarters? I have a quarterstaff, right?
Yeah, well, you have a quarterstaff and daggers. The daggers could allow you to do sneak attack.
But I think he has to be distracted or not face me for that, right? Or something.
You could use your insightful fighting to try to like look for a weakness by using an insight check.
So I'll make an insight check?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 19 minus 1, I believe. So 18. Oh, no, sorry, plus 3, 22.
He rolled on deception a natural 20, but has plus 0 charisma. So you actually, despite his stupid good roll.
Wait, I thought a natural 20 like always succeeds.
That's only for attacks.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's only for attacks. It can't be for stuff like this, because then you could be like, I want to jump to the moon.
Right.
I rolled a natural 20. I get to jump to the moon. So yeah, it's not always a success.
Okay.
The total number is what matters for skill checks.
Okay.
So yeah, 22 beats a 20.
That means I can do my sneak attack.
You get sneak attack.
Then I will do my sneak attack, which says I can do an extra 1d6 of damage.
So at 5th level, which you are, you get 3d6 added to your damage. So you get the dagger attack, then 3d6 added onto it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use my dagger and with the sneak attack.
Okay, yeah. So first off, roll the hit. So you roll.
Oh, right, after the...
Yeah, so roll the hit.
I got a 15. Do I add anything to that?
You add your dex and your proficiency bonus. So I think your dex is 3, proficiency is 3, so plus 6 to that.
Okay, so 21.
21. Yeah, 21 definitely hits. So now you can roll a d4.
Yep, so...
and then 3 d6s.
I got a 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. So I got a 15 total.
Cool. And then you actually also get to add plus 3 more, because you get to add your dex to the damage too. So that's 18 total damage. Fuck yeah, that's a nice hit. You slash your dagger across his face, and just it explodes into dust. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Uh-oh. 5 total.
Yeah, you can't see.
Oh no.
It seems like dust gets all in your eyes and tears start falling down and you are struggling to see.
Okay. Through the tears, I say, "We got it, Barty." I can't see though. I'm blind, I guess. I got dust in my eyes. I don't know. I start panicking. I start panicking actually.
Okay. Like unintentionally, this is real panic.
Yeah, like I start having like a fucking like breakdown.
Yeah, as you start breathing heavy and freaking out, you just hear Barty like, hey, man, it's okay. Hey, it'll only be a little bit here. And he seems to be like pouring some water over your eyes, trying to get like the dust all off of it. Hey, it's okay, man. It'll be okay. No need to worry. We're doing great. We got through that room great. You can hear the uncertainty in his voice, but he seems to be doing his best to try to comfort you. And yeah, after about a minute, you feel like between the help from Barty, pouring water on it and just, time helping subside it, the dust goes away and you blink open and you can see again.
I want to use my handkerchiefs as well.
Yeah. You wipe the water and dust off with your handkerchief.
I'd be like, all right, sorry for freaking out there. We did a good job. I think we actually made it through the room really quick. We managed to avoid a lot of the fighting. And yeah, good job, man. You did great with your magic too.
Hey, yeah, thank you.
Let's let's keep going though.
Yeah. So this room seems sort of similar in how it's built to the other. There is a door on the other end, no keyhole on it, but at the top does seem to be like an orb that is unlit. You look above the door that you just walked through and you can see an orb that is lit and you get the sense that there must be something to that. In the center of the room is what looks like a stone structure, almost like a humanoid structure, probably about as tall as Barty, and it's just standing there seeming to wait for something.
I'm getting the vibe that this thing's gonna like come to life if we approach it.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, why else would it be there, right?
Hey, bro, I'm just saying it, Barty. You don't have to give me sass, man. Like, come on.
Sass? What? And as you look at Barty, you can tell that he did not mean to give you sass. He is just so earnest that it comes off as sassiness.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna just have to fight this thing. I don't know if there's like a way we can avoid it this time. I don't know. Like, is there anything else in the room that I can see, or is this literally it? It's just this guy.
Yeah, this is just it.
Okay.
And based on the notes you had seen, this was the main note about it is like the shield guardian that absorbs magic types that they're attacked with.
Right.
Causing them to become resistant.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to say that to Barty. Barty, I know Alan was wrong last time, but he gave me some other information that it might be worth a shot, Alan told me that, like, any magic we use against this will become resistant to that magic. To interpret that correctly, does that mean, like, could we use magic and it would, like, work the first time and then, like, it become resistant? Or do I know that? Is that how I'm interpreting it?
No, that would be the assumption you would make, yeah.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna tell the Barty, like, so we can use magic, but he'll become resistant to it after. So we can't use the same spell more than once. I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna let you handle the magic, and I'm gonna I don't wanna get in your way, so you have more options. I'm just gonna use my dagger because it worked out pretty well last time.
You can make an Arcana check real quick too.
Oh, on the stone golem?
More on like how magic works.
Okay, I got an 11 minus 1, so I got 10.
Okay, 10, that's enough because it's pretty rudimentary stuff. You would also know like things are usually resistant to their own magic type, but then also there will often be weaknesses depending on that magic type. So certain things will be, if it's resistant to one thing, it'll more likely take more damage from another.
Oh, okay. Would that be like if it's resistant to fire, would take more damage from ice, or other way around?
Certainly, assumptions, yeah, you can make.
Okay, I guess I'll pass the information on to Barty, under the guise of Alan gave this to me.
Yeah. What I'd say with a 10 is like, and you're obviously not a huge enough idiot to not know that sort of thing in the university setting. With a 10, you would know that that'll often be the case, but you wouldn't necessarily know everything's like matchups, right? You wouldn't know all the Pokemon matchups for it, just that they do exist.
I guess I'll just advise Barty to, you trust his gut, remember the burning bush and the ice, and try to, alternate spells.
Wow, it's almost like I planned all that. But I actually didn't.
No, I know you didn't.
Cool part. Not even a little bit, but I'll take the fucking credit. Okay, cool. Are you going to attack first or have him attack first? How do you want to go about it?
I'm going to kind of like slink around the side of the room and try to get behind it.
Okay.
Assuming it doesn't, just like wake up immediately. And I'm going to like sneak up behind it and then like, I guess I'd try to initiate combat by stabbing it, assuming it's not awake yet.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Okay. I got a total of 17.
You are able to kind of go on the far end of the room out of what you would assume its vision cone is and kind of walk up behind it, stepping lightly as to not...
Actually, hold on. Before I stab it, could I attempt to time something with Barty? Like, he casts a spell the same time I stab it? Is that like a thing I could do, or is that too much?
You could be, have like a countdown, like 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I'm behind it right now. I'm assuming it hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, you were able to step lightly enough and get behind it unnoticed.
I'm just gonna yell over to Barty, be like, let's hit this thing at the same time. Let's try to get 2 attacks in at once. On the count of 3. I guess I count down. I try to, I count for whatever hang time, whatever spell he's gonna be casting, and time my stab with that.
You see he's going with the chromatic orb again. This time, the sphere seems to be like orangish red. It seems like there's some like flames coming off of it.
Okay.
And yeah, he forms it, waits for you to count down, and tosses it. It misses as you start to bring your sword down, and it also triggers a wild magic surge.
Okay.
Okay.
And what happens to that?
He has to roll a D100.
Oh, sick. Out of curiosity, what's like the worst thing that could happen with wild magic? Did he just like die?
That's a good question.
It's a very wide range of things, obviously, right?
I'm not 100% familiar with everything on here. There are a lot of good things on here.
I'm excited. This is a good thing, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there's one you cast Fireball as a 3rd level spell centered on yourself, which is bad.
Yeah, that seems bad.
That's pretty bad. You cast Confusion centered on yourself. Certainly some that could be pretty bad, but also some that aren't terrible.
I'm excited. How this pans out.
All right. He rolled a 40, which is you regain 2d10 hit points.
Oh, perfect.
So he heals, which is actually good because he had taken some damage.
Yeah, I wish he would have healed me, actually, because I'm the one that's half dead.
That would have been pretty rad. So yeah, he shoots this ball. It flies past the enemy. You are still dedicated to your attack, so you don't get to pull off of that. And then you see just this like white light shine around Barty, and all the kind of like scrapes that had got on him, or like the scrapes that had gone on him from you landing on him earlier and him getting slashed by the dust method vanish, and he is full HP. You can roll your attack now.
Okay. Do I have to just do I still have to like do a normal like AC check, or do I?
So yeah, you would roll a D20 and add 6.
I don't get like a higher bonus because like he's supposed to even like awake.
I guess this is this is, you have advantage, so you get to roll twice and take the higher.
Okay. First roll. Okay, I got 17 plus 6, so I'm assuming like 23.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Okay. And then do I do my sneak attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first is a 4. Okay, I got a 4. 6, 2, 2. So I got a total of 14. You said I add 3 to that? So 17, I guess.
You get a nice slash on its back. It does.
I want to say, I'm not slashing, I'm stabbing.
Stabbing, okay. Of course, a backstab. Who did I think I was talking to? Damn.
I'm just saying.
You get a nice backstab into him. It does seem like he takes damage from it, certainly, but maybe you can tell not nearly as much damage as it would do to something that wasn't made out of metal.
Are you saying maybe I should use my quarterstaff instead?
I don't know about that necessarily. You would get the sense in general that like physical damage to this sort of thing might just be a little tougher.
Okay. I noticed that Barty missed horribly. And I just say, don't worry about it. Mine was good.
As you get the stab into his back, the guardian starts to raise up. Its head snaps into position and turns slowly towards you. I need you to roll initiative.
Total of 21.
Barty is actually second, and this thing is third. All right, you are up. What do you want to do?
So I guess I make an attempt at a sneak attack again. Do I have to like, is that the I could use the insightful fighting?
Yep.
The insight check against deception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a 15 plus 3, 18.
Yeah, he got a 13 total. So you succeed. So you do get to add your sneak attack if you get a hit. So yeah, roll to hit.
Oh wow, I'm getting good rolls. I got a 17 plus was it 3 or 6? Plus 6?
Plus 6. 23. Yeah, that hits.
All right.
All that bad rolling early on is finally paying off.
Yeah. 15 plus 3, 18.
Nice. Yeah, you get a nice little stab in the front, obviously stab. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Still seems pretty hardy and healthy.
Yep.
But there are some dents in him now.
So wait, was doing the sneak attack, is that my bonus action to do that?
To use insightful fighting. So yeah,
right.
In order for you to have gotten that sneak attack, you needed to use your bonus action. So yeah, you've used your action, you've used your bonus action. You could move, but if you move away from him, he gets to attack you.
Yeah, so I'll just stay. Because I'm like, he's between me and Barty, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that makes me feel safe. Like Barty can't hit me.
Maybe.
All right.
All right. Barty seeming a little embarrassed by his last attack, seems to be casting a bigger, better spell. He's going to use Scorching Ray. You see fire coming from his hand again. The way Scorching Ray works is he gets to throw 3 rays of fire and hurl them at a target within range. So he's going to hurl all 3 at this enemy.
Okay.
So he has to make attack rolls for them. Yeah, it hits. You see the first like Scorching Ray hit the back of this guardian, and then it like gets pushed forward a bit, and then you see just fire kind of like wrap around its bodies and go into its eye sockets, and they just kind of like glow looking down at you.
Okay.
The second one is a miss, but will not spark wild magic. And the third is a hit. It seems to be more resistant to it than it was on the first hit. So it takes less damage.
Okay. Wait, what's the chance of doing wild magic each time?
Depending on his state, it changes. At least how I'm kind of homebrewing it right now.
Is he still anxious?
Yeah, he's still a little anxious. So originally it was essentially a 10% chance. Mm-hmm. And then after watching your freak out, now it's a 15% chance.
Oh, cool.
So on a 1 through 3 right now is what will trigger his wild magic.
Okay.
Shield Guardian's up.
I'm guessing it's going to attack me.
It is gonna attack you.
I sure hope it doesn't kill me in one hit.
First is a 17 to hit.
What do you mean first?
Oh, yeah, he gets a multi-attack.
All right, yeah, 17 hits.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, wait, actually, I can use my cunning dodge or whatever, right? My uncanny dodge.
Yes, to half that. So you can take, you always round up, so you can take 4.
Okay, so that's my reaction to do that.
Cool.
So I took 4, so I'm at 20 wound.
The other's a 14 to hit, so that'll actually miss you because you're at a 15, right?
Yeah, like, how is he attacking me? Is he like punching me?
Yeah, just...
Okay.
Yeah, so one hits you across like the edge of your nose because you're able to move back. Mm-hmm. So you get a little bit of a bloody nose, but you didn't take a full hit to the head, and the other you're able to duck behind. He does seem to... Some of the scrapes along his front do seem to kind of close up a bit. It does seem like he has some regenerative capabilities.
Oh, great.
That is his turn. So back to the top of the order, so you are up.
after taking that hit, I'm like at less than half health officially now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start freaking out even more.
Okay.
I was gonna start panicking like, Barty, I think I'm gonna actually die. I'm oh my god, I've never been this hurt in my life. I'm scared, man.
But Barty does not, well, let's see. And Barty does not take this well. He's like, yeah, I got you, don't worry.
No, don't worry about me. Just focus on killing the monster. Like,
yeah. Of course, no, don't worry.
Barty, you need to hit him. You can't keep missing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, after
20%.
What'd you say?
It's 20%.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. After saying all that, I wipe the blood off my nose and make my attack.
Okay.
And I'll do the insightful fighting again.
Cool.
Make an insight check. Oh, another good roll. 16 plus 3 is gonna be 19.
Yeah, that beats him.
All right. I go for a hit. My hit is not good. 3 plus 6, only a 9.
9 will glance off. Actually, okay. So the way Insightful Fighting works is it works for a minute against your target. So you actually didn't need to do it on this target a second time. So if you would like to use your bonus action to like disengage and move away from him, you could do that and you wouldn't take an attack of opportunity. Or you could like dash away, which would give a chance that he attacks you, but you can move really fucking far away from him where he probably wouldn't be able to hit you next turn.
I'm guessing I can't hide. How does hide work?
You can hide behind something. Pretty much the only place you could really hide would be like behind Barty.
Right. I guess I'm going to try to disengage from him and like move closer to Barty.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get, Barty is probably like 20 feet from you. You can move 30 feet. You could move to Barty or like past him a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to like move a little bit behind Barty and be like,
okay.
Oh my god, Barty, help me.
Yeah, you get behind Barty and he's like, oh, yeah, I got this. We're going to do a big one. Barty is going to cast Chromatic Orb, remembering the lesson that you had mentioned of casting the cold on the fire bush. He's going to cast a Chromatic Orb at a 3rd level. All right, that's an 18 to hit, so it hits. He does not fuck up. He does not accidentally turn you into a goat or anything.
Okay, that's good.
And yeah, he gets to do 5d8 of damage.
Ooh. Kill him in 1 hit, Barty.
And it does seem to be extra effective as it is cold damage against fire. It hits hard. He does a total of 36 damage.
Nice.
It is still alive. But it definitely seems pretty fucking hurt.
Okay.
And now it is its turn. You see its eyes turn to a piercing blue, and it runs up towards Barty and takes 2 big-ass swings at him. First is an 11, so that'll actually miss Barty. Second is a 19, so that'll fuck Barty shit up. Barty takes 10 damage, but he had healed, so he's actually... He would be looking pretty bad, but his wild magic actually helping him. Mm-hmm. Cool. Barty takes the 2 hits. He's still up, looking a little hurt though. Back to the top of the order. You are up. And the thing does seem to heal a bit, but not fully or anything.
All right, going for another sneak attack. I got 22 total.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that is 13 plus 3, 16. Yeah, I stab him again.
It seems like it does a little bit of damage.
And then I will use my bonus action to hide properly behind Barty.
Okay.
And just start like cowering.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
A stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be an 18 plus 3, 21.
Yeah, Barty's pretty easy to hide behind, and almost like Barty doesn't know where you are for a second.
Okay.
If it wasn't for your quivering, like against his back leg, I imagine, like he wouldn't know.
Yeah, I am in the fetal position.
Yeah.
I yell at him, use a different spell, different element. I don't know.
Okay. I need, what I'll have you do as you roll that, roll a d6 and re-roll on a 2.
5.
Okay. You see it seems to turn a sickly greenish color. You would guess that means poison. And he throws it at the Guardian.
Okay.
It hits the Guardian full on, but it doesn't seem like the Guardian is hurt by it at all. Its eyes do turn green. You would make the assumption that this
Barty,
Guardian
he's made of stone.
Have an immunity to poison.
You can't.
Well, you said use a different element.
Well, not poison.
Oh, sorry. It's 25% now. on a 5 or lower, it will be a wild magic surge.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
The Guardian is up. It does not know where you are, so it will make its attacks at Barty again.
How's Barty looking? Is he doing all right still? He's doing fine.
He's doing all right. That heal helped him a lot.
Yeah.
If he had not been healed, and he seems like a hardier guy than even you.
You better be.
Yeah. He has a pretty high constitution score. So he seems hardier than you in certain ways. So had it not been for the heal, he actually probably would be pretty fucked up right now. But the first one hits Barty for 8 damage. And the second punch also hits Barty.
Barty, you know you can dodge, right?
That time for only 7 damage. All right, so he takes 15 damage.
Oh, no.
Now he's looking not great.
Okay.
He's looking about as bad as you. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. All right. You are up. You are completely hidden from this thing. So because of that, if you do pop out, you will get advantage on the attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out like between his legs and just like shoot out like a snake.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm rolling to hit. 17 total.
That'll just hit.
Okay. I'm going for the kill with this one. I'm going right, right in there. So that is a total of 17 plus 3, 20 damage.
It's pretty good. It is still up.
Damn.
It is starting to look noticeably cracked, indented, and moving a little more jaggedy. It is definitely hurting pretty bad.
I'm going to go hide behind him again then.
Okay. I'd say to hide behind him, you would need to step 5 feet out from the enemy, which would mean that they get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh. I guess
so. If you want to get away with guarantee not getting hit, you could use a bonus action, but you wouldn't be able to hide.
Okay, I guess I'll disengage just to back off a little bit again.
Okay, so you disengage and then move behind Barty like a shield.
Yeah.
Got it.
Come on, Barty, finish him. I feel like we're close.
Yeah.
Don't use poison. Don't use fire. Don't use ice. Use anything else.
Okay. He is going to dig deep in the well here. Use his last 3rd level spell.
I want to see some wild magic.
He is going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay, sweet.
A 7, which he needs to roll a 5 or lower. So near the range, but no wild magic. And he casts Lightning Bolt. So yeah, you see along the room, a massive stroke of lightning just shoots from his hands and goes all the way across the room through this massive structure. It needs to make a Dex saving throw, of which Dex is pretty shit. Yeah, that's a fail. It fails. So it takes 8d6 lightning damage.
Oh, that's gotta kill him.
It had 30 health left, and this did 31.
Perfect.
So just hands out. You see it tries to absorb the lightning for a second, but it's just too much. Its head starts to shudder and just cracks and explodes. Stone and rock, stone and wood go in all directions. You kind of shield behind Barty to make sure nothing hits you. And Barty's just standing there breathing heavily. And you see the light at the above the door at the other side of the room, the orb there light up, and the door creak open.
Sweet. So yeah, at this point, like, I'm totally leaning into the, like, trying to make Barty more panicked because I want him to use more wild magic. So I'd be like, oh, that was good, Barty, but he took off my thumb. And I do like the thumb magic trick where it looks like you're taking your thumb off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say it's a 30, and like roll sleight of hand.
Yep. I guess it's gonna be a 14 plus 9, so 23.
Okay. Yeah, he falls for it, and it like kind of panics him for a second. So I'm gonna have him roll a wild magic surge for it. Okay, he is able to breathe through it and does not spur one.
And I'll be like, "It's okay though. I'll make it, but you know we should try to be more careful."
Yeah. All right.
Good job though, buddy. Let's get going. And I hop on his back. Carry me.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling so good.
So what I'll say, it seems to panic him some more. From a mechanical perspective, the main way you have to heal would either be, healing potion, healing spells, of which you do not have healing potions, you do not have magic. You don't know, I guess, if Barty has any healing spells. Mm-hmm. The other way is a short rest. So you can take a little bit of time and use what's called hit die to get health back. The downside is obviously this will add time, which could hurt you in the challenge.
Yeah, no, we're gonna press on.
So, okay, yeah, you press on. You move through this door,
and I am on his shoulders.
Yeah, he seems to be carrying you enough.
Because I'm kind of like leaning into the fact that like I need him to help me. But I'm not really that bad.
Yeah,
but
you move forward, and this room is smaller, still similar to the others, but a much smaller room, still with grass flooring and high walls. And you see there is a table with a blue vial in the center. At the far end, instead of big doors that swing open, there just seems to be a fair amount of blue fire that is blocking the pathway ahead. On the table is a vial and a note. As you walk up, you just see the note says, "Decide which of you should move forward."
What do you think this means, Barty?
Maybe we need to throw the liquid vial on the fire because they're both blue.
It's not a bad idea.
That seems it. And he starts reaching for it.
Well, let's not be so hasty, though.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But the note says decide who can go forward. So I feel like that means maybe one of us has to drink it and like can pass through the fire is my guess. But I don't know, maybe we just have to throw it. Who knows? I don't know what check this would be. Can I like dig deep in my mind from class if this rings a bell, this kind of potion or liquid? Does this remind me of anything?
Yeah, roll, we'll say Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20.
Yeah, you've certainly learned about different potions that can cause resistance and immunity even to certain types of damage. You remember a handful of lectures that you have paid attention to, talking about all the different great uses of them. It almost seemed like, like consumable items are good. That seemed to be the lesson of it, is use your consumable items.
That's it?
No, what you would assume is like, given the nature of this room, you don't necessarily recognize what kind of like fire this is or what kind of potion this is, but you know that there are potions that can give you resistance and immunities to certain types of elements.
Right.
So you with a 20 and just your general character's intelligence, you would just assume that the idea of this is to force the pair to decide who should move forward for the honor or who is better suited to move forward and all that.
Is the last room like is that the final room after this?
From the notes you read, yeah, the last room is the pyramid room with the pedestal at the top.
I really want us both to go through though. Can you describe the door again to me? So is like there's a door and like in front of the door there's like fire, like just kind of like
yeah. If you want to, yeah, you can walk up a little closer. You don't even need to do like perception for this. You can just see. It seems to be like the doorway is almost like a 5-foot pathway, and there is blue fire going throughout all of it.
5 foot wide or tall?
7 feet tall. It would be 5 foot wide and 5 foot long too. Like it's like just a 5-foot pathway.
Oh, you have to walk 5 feet through the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. And it seems like this fire is like magical in nature. So like, it's not like actual normal fire. Like it's like blue magic fire or something.
Yeah, it seems magical in nature.
Barty, so I'm pretty sure I remember my notes. This potion here can make us resistant to magic or to this magic fire, but there's only one. You think what I'm thinking?
Well, look, you haven't really used any spells, so you're probably a lot fresher than I am, and whatever's out there, you'll be better suited for it than me because I've used a lot of my spells.
You're not wrong, Barty. I definitely do have a lot of my spells. I have all my spells left, actually. But Barty, you know, we're a team, and I want us to see this through together. Right, before I say anything, there's no like spell that could like increase this by any amount, is there? Or like grow it in size or like duplicate it or anything like that doesn't exist, I'm assuming.
100% it exists.
Oh,
does Barty know it?
I'm gonna suggest it to Barty. Be like, Barty, is there any chance that you know a spell that could like increase that could increase the amount of blue liquid here, so we could both drink enough? Do you remember that from class? Because I think I was sick that day. I don't know if you might remember though.
I don't know that spell. There's enlarge, which is a spell, and he kind of starts to look bashful. It's like, I accidentally did it once as a magic. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes these just like surges come out from me. I try to hide it pretty well.
Actually, I hadn't noticed at all, but so I think you're doing a good job.
But yeah, one time I had one of those things and made my baby brother, like who you know was 1 at the time. I made him like 10 feet tall, so I don't really know how to do it or how to control it.
Wow. You know what?
I know the spell exists though.
If you know it, Barty, I think we have to try it. I don't know how else we can do this, because I feel like our only other option is like to split what's there between us, and I don't know, we're both not looking so hot, so I feel like it might not be enough if we half it. So I think you gotta try it. I believe in you, Barty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need you to. This is gonna sound weird, but I need you to yell at me a little bit, okay? You might want to stand back. Okay.
Okay. I hop off his shoulders. I'm still on.
The whole time you've been like on his shoulders.
All right. I'll be like, all right.
Yeah, you gracefully get off his shoulders.
All right, Barty. How do you want me to yell at you? What do you like? Just yell your name?
Whatever makes sense.
Okay. I just scream at him, be like, Barty, don't fuck this up. Come on, you can do it. Please.
Roll intimidation.
Okay, cool. Ooh. 7 plus 4, 11.
11. Okay. All right. You rolled low enough for a magic surge.
Cool.
He seems like he's cast like a little cantrip as you yell at him to try to help it fail, almost, and it seems to. So he will roll.
All right, you know what? Maybe this can help us in some other way. Who knows?
Around him, you see a spectral shield starts to hover.
Okay.
Spinning around him. It seems like it may give him a bonus to AC and immunity to the spell Magic Missile.
Could it give him immunity to blue fire?
You don't know.
Okay. Could I make a check to maybe know?
Sure, you can roll Arcana.
I got a 6 total.
Yeah, you don't know.
All right. So he failed at casting Enlarge, and instead just cast this magic shield around him.
Yeah.
Barty, I don't know what you just did there, but you have a shield around you. Looks like I don't think that was Enlarge. Do you know what you just cast? Do you know what?
Well, I don't know how to cast Enlarge. It's just sometimes I can do random spells when I do the wild magic.
Oh, that's what we were doing? I thought you knew it.
No, I don't know it. I only know these other spells.
Oh, I thought you actually do it. Okay. I don't know, like a blue shield, a spectral shield, it sounds pretty good. You know, okay, you know what? I got an idea. Barty, you know what? Maybe there's a chance you actually just cast a shield for us, but so let's test it. Let's go over to the fire and like you stick your hand in for a second. see if that like hurts you, or see if see if the magic shield feels like it's protecting you. Is that a thing we can do?
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Oh hell yeah. 18 plus 7, 25.
Oh yeah, okay. He walks over, puts his hand in, and like pulls it back. Ow! Fuck! That hurt.
Alright. So I guess it doesn't seem like that was the right spell. That's okay though. Yeah, damn, I don't know what else to do, Barty. This is tough.
Listen, one of us just has to go. We're wasting time. They could be other people could be finishing already.
All right, I guess you don't know. You know what, Barty? I'm sorry. I'm not leaving you behind. I made a promise to you. I made a promise to myself. We're gonna see this through together. We're gonna split it. We're gonna split this potion. We're just gonna run really fast through the fire. I think if we're fast enough, we can outrun the pain.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
All right. I drink my half and I hand him the rest of it.
Yeah.
Do I have any rogue skills that let me run faster, move quicker, anything like that? Let's see.
I mean, you have things that can make you like go twice as fast, like run twice as fast. What I'll say is just mechanically the way this sort of thing works, like moving through a 5-foot square is moving through a 5-foot square.
What does that mean exactly?
So like if there's a 5-foot square that's going to cause you damage and you move through it, it doesn't really matter how fast you move through it.
Okay.
It's just like, there are obviously times where speed will help you.
Is this fire an attacker?
No, I would say this would not help. The uncanny dodge would unfortunately not help you in this case.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah, we're just going to run through it together at the same time. I think we can both fit.
Okay. Yeah.
We're just going to go for it.
All right. Yeah, you run through and you feel the flames lick against your body and it definitely hurts. You immediately do get the sense that it isn't hurting as much as you'd expect fire to hurt.
Okay.
Where normally you would have taken from just, I mean, you get the assumption if you had drank the whole thing, you probably wouldn't have taken any damage. If you hadn't drank anything at all, you would have probably taken twice as much damage. Here you'll take 1d10 damage. So you take 9 damage.
Oh my god.
Would have been 2d10 if you hadn't done anything. Barty takes way less. Wow, good for him.
All right, I have 9 points of health left.
All right, you both run through the room. Make a quick perception check.
I got a total of 15.
Cool. You take a quick glance. You see in the center of this just massive room that the two of you have run into is a pyramid that takes up pretty much all of it. The pyramid seems to be about 100 feet tall. As you take a quick glance, it doesn't seem like anyone is on the pyramid yet, at least from the side that you can see. It's possible that someone could be on the other side, but you do not know. What I will say is you see probably about like 5 doors to your right is sprinting as fast as she can, not quite on the pyramid yet, but is Darison. You see her in the room, starting to run up, not accompanied by her sister. It seems like she did not take the I'm not leaving you behind method.
Okay.
So she is running. She has a bit of a lead on you, but not by a ton. What do you do?
Like, are there stairs in the pyramid, or is it just like kind of like an incline?
Yeah. There are stairs on the pyramid.
So I immediately notice her, and I yell at Barty. Barty, we made it. But we gotta. I point at her, and be like, we gotta be quick. Like, I feel like this is a race, and she's ahead of us. We gotta run.
Okay.
So we both run toward the foot of the pyramid, I guess.
Okay. Are you dashing?
Yeah, I guess.
So you can dash using a bonus action, so you could still like have an action to like, if you want to throw a knife at her or something, whatever you want to do, or like to use any sort of action. If he's going to dash, he cannot cast a spell, but he could dash with you to the steps.
Oh, this is combat.
It can be if you want it to be. I mean, if it's just a straight race.
Okay.
She hasn't done anything to indicate she's trying to fight you. Not to say that she has no plans to fight you. Okay. She just has not done anything yet.
All right. Okay. So we haven't moved yet.
Yeah. Why don't we? I'm gonna say we'll do initiative now.
Okay.
Just to have like the acting order of the three of you.
I got a 16 total.
Cool. She got a 2. Already got an 8.
I feel like I don't want to get in a fight because she'll fucking kill me. I mean, but maybe she's gonna attack me anyway. I'm gonna yell to Barty, be like, "Okay, Barty, we gotta go." And like, I look around for like any ideas. I'm like, I think when you get the chance, you gotta throw me again. I need you to throw me as far as you can up the pyramid. Like, I don't know if there's a way we can get ahead of her without some maneuver like that.
Okay.
So it is my action first, though. So I guess I don't know exactly how it works, like compared to him. Like I want to get like as far as I can without like, you know, like I don't want to just like completely leave him behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm gonna do, however far that is.
So yeah, if you don't want to dash, you could do 30.
Can he do 30 as well?
So he could do 30 and he could do 60. But if he does 60, then he can't use like any spells or any actions. Whereas you can use your whatever, your thief, your roguish shit to not use your action for that.
I want to go 30.
Okay.
And then like kind of like wait for him to like come up behind me and then use his, I guess I'm telling him to use his action to throw me.
Okay, yeah. I'd say you're probably about 30 feet from the pyramid anyway, so that would make sense. You run to it, and are you just kind of readying your action to be like catapulted, I guess?
I guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to like, whatever I can do to help.
Yeah. And yeah, Barty will run over and kind of like, you know, put his hand out, Last of Us style, and try to do the big shove forward up the pyramid. So
Last of Us style.
It's the only way you can get to a higher ledge, Pine.
Right. I see.
So you need to do acrobatics.
Yeah. So wait, is he throwing me right now? Is that what's that? Or is he just lifting me?
Yeah. He catches up to you and he will use his action to toss you.
So where's Darson in relation?
Darson, she I mean, technically she's still a little before the pyramid, but on her turn she'll probably start moving up it. She's probably about like 60 feet to your right.
Okay.
So not quite on the pyramid yet, but probably about 60 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm I guess we'll roll acrobatics.
Okay. You'll roll strength.
I got a total of 18.
That's pretty good. He got 15, so it's not his best throw, but he's able to get you up enough. You're able to get a nice little launch up where you don't have to worry about, you know, the tiresome running up steps. And I'll say with your acrobatics and his strength, you're able to get like an additional 20 feet ahead.
Okay.
So it's a big throw and jump here. Yeah. So you're able to kind of move 20 feet diagonally. Essentially how movement is going to work here is like it will take your full 30 feet of movement to get 15 feet.
Okay.
Just because of, you know, the steps and shit.
So you're saying this helped out slightly more than if I just run myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about throwing so much.
It's so cool, though.
It is cool, and I give you 5 extra feet.
All right.
Because, I mean, the rolls weren't great. If they were better rolls, you would have gotten more.
As I'm flying through the air, I want to like I'm gonna face backwards and like give the finger to Darce.
Yeah. Okay. So that is your turn. On her turn, are you just giving her the finger to be annoying, or are you trying to like provoke anything?
I guess be annoying.
Okay.
But it might provoke her, who knows?
Yeah. I'm going to roll a d20. If she rolls above a 10, she's going to be annoyed, and instead of trying to just sprint up, she's going to try to attack you.
Oh, so you're saying I shouldn't have been rude?
I don't know. If she attacks you, she can't get as far.
Right.
So it's kind of like a risk reward. Like you could die.
Yeah, I think she'll definitely kill me, honestly.
but you could die. But also if she misses, you know,
right,
then you're ahead. She rolled a 6 though, so she is not going to attack. She's going to continue her dash. And yeah, with her movement, she is able to get to about the same spot on the shit as you. So she uses 60 feet of movement and is able to get about as high as you, still like away from you, you know, like 50, 60 feet on the other part of the pyramid, but neck and neck with you.
Okay. So how far am I from I'm 80 feet from the top?
So you are 80 feet from the top.
So my movement would only move me 15, right?
Yeah, so your basic movement, but you could dash, which would move you 30 total.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll move 30.
And you still have your action if you'd like to use that for anything.
I was gonna say I have my dice with me, so I could just like chuck my dice at her, like to trip.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. Are you trying to like throw it kind of like ahead of her?
Yeah.
So she might like slip on.
Yeah, I was throwing them with the intent of like hoping she'll like trip.
Yeah. So to get it in her pathway, it's definitely gonna be tough.
Okay.
I'm going to say because you are pretty far away, I just need you to make Just a dexterity check to see if you can kind of roll them along to get right in front of her and be in a good position.
Okay. It's going to be a total of 13.
You throw them out, and with the 13, they seem to spread out a little too much in a way where maybe she'll step on one,
Yeah.
but they're not concentrated enough to do much.
Okay.
Love the idea, though.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that's your action.
Okay.
Barty is up. What is Barty?
So Barty's like 20 feet behind, or he was 20 feet behind me. Now he's 50.
Now he's 50 feet.
Yeah.
I think Barty probably would... It would not be Barty's instinct to attack Darison. So Barty probably is just going to use his action to dash up the steps. So he gets 30 feet. So he's now 20 feet behind you again.
Would Barty have like any utility spells that he would think to just make an attempt at on me? Or no? Are they all like kind of attack spells?
Yeah, he does not really have any utility spells that would help you, unfortunately.
Okay.
I don't think he's witty enough to do some of the things. Like, he has a move called Mage Hand, so I guess, you know, he could like move the dice theoretically, but I don't think Barty would
I don't think he'd do that either.
to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe if you had picked a smarter partner or a more clever one, but not Barty's style.
That's fine.
But yeah, so he'll just sprint up 30 feet. Darison will see you make the attempt to slow her down, and I'm gonna do another roll. And if it's above 10, she will decide to try to attack you. And if not, she's just gonna keep sprinting up and try to race you up. And that one, she keeps sprinting up, so she is neck and neck with you.
She didn't need to step on any dice?
No. Okay. I mean, okay, here. I'll roll a d20, and if it's a 20, she will step on a dice.
Okay.
It's 5%. That's pretty good. It's a 19.
Oh,
so
come
she does not
on.
step on a dice.
Not even a 19.
she like sees it and kicks it to the side and moves forward.
All right.
It was a good thought, and I wish I could reward you for it, but the rolls just aren't there.
I mean, you know, if she wasted time kicking to the side, it feels like she should be like a foot behind me, maybe.
Sure.
No, don't worry.
She's like she's 49 feet.
All right, perfect. It's my turn again. 50 feet from the top.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some ideas, but I don't think I could like. I feel like some of these are too complicated for me to like explain to Barty, because that's like not really fair, because he wouldn't actually do them.
Probably, yeah.
Like, 'cause one idea I just had, like, what if he used like prestidigitation to like, you know, like mimic her sister's voice or something and like distract or some shit like that. But I feel like that's not really fair for me to like tell him to do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't just like be a mage.
You could tell him to use prestidigitation to do something, and he would do something, you know?
Right. Okay.
Would it be that sort of specific mimic the sister's voice? Fuck no chance. But, you know, you could tell him to do something.
Okay.
And then he would do the Barty thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like do my 30-foot dash again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna like yell out to him. I'll be like, Barty, if you have anything that, you know, you think you could distract her with, maybe like a cantrip, anything, you know, it could help us. We're really close. We gotta like edge past her. So I'm suggest the idea of using some sort of cantrip to him.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose not to throw anything at her.
Okay.
And I guess I'm just gonna run 30 feet.
Yeah. So you are 80. It is in sight. The pedestal.
Is there something on the pedestal, or do I kind of see that?
There is nothing on the pedestal. I suppose the thing we haven't talked about all that much is like when you transported, like you had an orb with you, so that would just kind of like be, you know, in your pocket or something.
Oh, so the idea is
bag,
like I place the orb on it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you're 80. You tell Barty to do something to slow her down. He is going to, try to cast minor illusion.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll the wild magic, which I think is at 30%.
Something like that.
Okay. So he is safe from the wild magic. Unfortunately, though, it would have been fun.
I know.
Like so he kind of runs towards her a bit, and in front of her is just going to create like a handful of mouse traps, like on one of the steps there. So yeah, she is going to keep running forward. She sees you're closer and you have the clip on her. So she is definitely going to try to attack you.
But she is going to attack me?
At this point, because you are at a faster pace and you are going to beat her. So I think it's going to be her instinct to try to attack you at this point.
Okay.
So first, though, she has to run past the mouse traps. She needs to make an investigation check above Barty's spell DC. Oh my god. She rolled a natural 3.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to say as she's like running, she starts to ready this firebolt she's about to throw at you. And she like almost the moment she's about to throw it, like looks down and sees these mice traps and gets a little distracted. So she is going to throw it at you with disadvantage. One roll was a 25 total.
Okay.
The other was an 11. So it flies over your head. And it is up to you, and you seem like you have a free shot to the pedestal.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna just run up there and I guess shove the orb on top of it.
Yeah, you hit the top, and now you can finally see the other side. About halfway up, you see Alan and his short halfling legs running up, doing pretty well for himself, but you get there before anyone else. As you put the orb down, just shove it on there, you hear Darison just audibly start yelling as you vanish. You see Barty kind of vanish at the same time, in the same way that the room spun away from you and dissipated when you first went here. It does it again. And the two of you find yourselves back in the examination room.
While we were leaving, I wanted to like just throw a little confetti above my head.
Just vanishing with its of confetti there that you imagine Darison has to look down at and be angered by. As you and Barty appear, Professor Turley, who seemed to be like looking over to where Darison's pedestal was, like looks over at you and Barty in the room and is like, congratulations! You're the first to finish. The top marks.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for, I pay attention, class. Thank you for the help the other day, by the way, yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty easy, actually. I say as I'm like bleeding profusely.
Yeah. A moment later, Alan and Tycinia appear. And a moment after them is Darison and Arsima appear in the room as well. But yeah, it's all congratulations from Turley. He's giving you some pats on the back and waiting for the other students to come in. Alan walks over to you and puts his hand out. It's like, that was quite a good race. The two of you did great. Barty kind of nudges you and is like, yeah, he's probably full of shit. He gave you all this bad information. It's like, okay, Alan. Yeah, thanks for the congratulations.
Yeah, I hold out my hand to shake his hand, and I pull it back the last second, be like, gotcha.
Alan seems a little taken aback and turns away. You see disappointment coming across his face in his attempt to be less of an outsider. By appealing to some other outsiders, gets pushed away more.
I feel bad.
And he walks over to Tycinia. Darison and Arsima walk over to you, and Arsima is like, that was very good. Congratulations. And Darison's like, yeah, you were right. You did better again. Good for you.
Yeah, nice fireball, by the way. That was a good one. You were doing a good Barty impression for the other day. That was funny.
Barty laughs, not fully knowing if he should be feeling bad or or if this is a good burn. But he's like, yeah, you're as bad as me. Wait.
Yep.
More and more pairs come into the classroom. Unless there's anything else you'd like to say to Darison, she would probably turn back, resigned, angry, but not have many other words for you.
No, I'm gonna finish it with but also in all seriousness, good fight, good you know, that was a nice match between us, and I hold out my hands.
Roll a persuasion check.
I got a total of 16.
She doesn't take your hand, but it is enough for her to nod and say, good match. Hopefully I'll get you next time.
All right. Then I give her a little nod and be like, you too. Or wait. Yep.
As the rest of the pairs reappear in the room, you see the ones who finish last just kind of shuffle out, really, really disappointed in themselves. But yeah, the professor comes over to you and Barty and hands you the box.
I guess I hold it like, and do I open it?
For your incredible performance in this exam, not only do you get top marks, passing the class, but each of you will get a tool that every wizard should have. He flicks his hand and opens the box, and you see 2 rings inside. It says, Rings of Protection. Make it so you can take a really heavy hit and be better prepared for your future journeys.
I could have used this like 15 minutes ago. That would have been nice, but thank you.
The best part of a one-shot is giving you a really useful item that you won't ever actually use. But your character is happy.
Yep.
You as the player, no, but the character gets a ring of protection for the rest of his life. But yeah, you are awarded with it, and I'd say, people funnel out. They'll give you the congratulations. They seem to have a newfound respect. Before you were just kind of the quiet kid who did magic tricks and card tricks in the back, and now you're the top of the class, a formidable student and formidable rival for many of these students. They'll give you the congratulations, and then at the end, it's just you and Barty ready to walk out. As
we're walking out, I told him, man, that was great. I knew we would be a great team.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but I was kind of nervous a handful of times. I didn't know if we'd do it, but
I didn't even notice. You did great, man.
Roll a deception check.
I got a 19 plus 10, 29.
He seems relieved that he did a good job hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Theo, thank you. And he gives you an appropriately hard smack on the back.
And I pat him on the back too. I say, now this is all over, I think we should have that jousting match sometime. And by sometime, I mean right now.
And with that, as the two of you walk, presumably to your jousting match and a newfound friendship, we will end this session.
Perfect.
Oh, man. What a wild time. That was fun. You did a lot of things I didn't really expect.
Did I?
I didn't expect you to break into the office. I did not think that you would do that.
I feel, by the way, I think some funny stuff happened during that, but I do feel kind of bad because, I feel like I didn't really use any information for all that effort.
I think it helps. I mean, I think it probably helped get things going a little quicker with the with the Guardian fight.
Okay.
The issue is obviously your character is in general not suited for these challenges, as you are not a wizard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for all of you who have listened through, thank you so much for listening, and excited for more episodes in the future. Thanks again, Pine. I appreciate having you. It was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, anytime, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you all for listening. Peace. Before fully ending this episode, I'd like to give a big special thank you to all of the show's patrons. Your support is what keeps Once Upon a Roll going. So to start, let's hear about the exploits of those in the highest tier, the Heroes of Cortia. First, we have Nazima Alta, a ratfolk fighter who currently is aiming to pay off a debt to the kind of people you don't want to be in debt to. She took on a job clearing out a gnoll camp just outside of Endin, but when she arrived, she found the dead bodies of the last group of adventurers who tried to take out the gnoll gnolls, as well as the gnolls themselves. Seems like they all took each other out with their last breaths. Either way, no one but Nazima knows this, so she was able to collect the reward as well as a decent chunk of golden armor from the previous group. Next, we have Hatton, a half-elf with a curious line of draconic lineage within him. His last known whereabouts were the quaint village of Tolsta, where after a heated run-in with the town's sheriff, he decided to do some investigating, only to discover that the sheriff was in fact an incubus in disguise. For the past few months, he had been using his position of power to feed off the souls of those in the village. Through a clever use of suggestion, Hatton was able to get the sheriff to reveal his true identity, leading the villagers to drive the incubus out of town, making Hatton a bit of a local legend. Lastly, we have Virgil Bowerstone, a hill dwarf life cleric currently running around the mountain range of the Belt with his adventuring party, looking for the entrance to the forgotten ruins of Bienstopola. In their search, they were attacked by a massive rock, and Virgil found himself in the grasp of the beast's talons. However, with 5 sure swings of his mace, he got the bird to drop him, and then was especially thankful to discover that the wizard in the party had prepared Featherfall that day. Their search for the ruins continues. Along with the heroes of Cortia, I'd also like to thank the citizens of Allhearth who are currently preparing to vote for their next mayor. The attendants expected at the next meeting are Boss Hunter 9, Travis Croats, Softstar, Adustus, Gleb Borchevsky, Sam Pancisco, Joachim Dahlquist, Nurs Bone, Savara, and Bladed SK. May they pick the best option and never look back. Anyway, thank you all so much. Have a great one.